What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Subscriber Sunday. But guys, before we get started with today's episode, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who has sent in questions, fan art and videos. It is really fun for me, guys, to go through all your questions, read all your messages and stuff like that. I really love the fact that I've introduced this new series so I can talk to you guys more. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you guys are too. But guys, let's get started and let's get straight into the fan art. Right guys, starting off with this week's fan art, and this was sent in by Joshua on Snapchat, and he made some awesome BF versus GF fan art. I really love this one. It's absolutely awesome. Got Biggs87X at the top, got Zai Let's Play for the win, hashtag Moo, which Zai told her fans to tell me, hashtag Team Zai Let's Play, best YouTubers ever, best couple on YouTube ever, and he's drawn both of our logos there as well. Awesome fan art, Joshua. Thank you so much for sending that in. Right guys, so let's move on to the questions. Now we have a ton of questions this week, guys. Now thank you so much to everybody who sent in your questions. I really do appreciate it. Now the first question this week comes from Dream Crusher on Twitter, and they ask, what are the pros and cons of doing YouTube? Now I think this is a very good question, because people never really ask what are the pros and the cons of doing YouTube. People usually ask what are the good things. They never really ask what are the bad things. So I really want to answer this question and go over it, because I think it's an awesome question. Now the pros of YouTube are pretty obvious. You guys probably already know them already. It's a really fun thing to do. You get to entertain people, you meet some really cool people, you make some really good connections with your subscribers and stuff like that, and if you're really lucky, you could potentially make this your job. Now they are the pros of doing YouTube. Now the cons of doing YouTube, and these are my own personal opinion. Not many people will agree with this. Other people may have their own kind of cons that they personally feel as well. But for me, the cons of YouTube is the hours. It takes a lot of time and dedication. Some people may not see that as a con. I'm kind of 50-50 on whether it's a con or not, because it takes a lot of time to do YouTube, a lot of dedication, a lot of hours. Normal jobs, you work from 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and then you get the weekends off. On YouTube, it is 7 days a week. You are working from 8 o'clock in the morning until midnight. Your mind is always thinking YouTube 24/7. Even on Saturdays, Sundays, you never ever get a day off on YouTube. It's every single day. So some people like that. Some people are workaholics. They work every single day, and so some people can see that as a pro. But I think that is probably one of the cons, which most people don't expect when they go into YouTube. Another con is the stress. YouTube is a very stressful thing to do. You find yourself getting lost in the numbers sometimes, and when you do that, you feel a lot of stress coming on. Like you see numbers go down, it becomes stressful. You kind of rack your brains thinking, what do I have to do next? How can I improve this? It's a very stressful thing to do, YouTube, and you get that as time goes on, and if it potentially becomes your job and stuff like that, it becomes a very stressful thing to do. So the hours, the stress, and sometimes I think other YouTubers can be a con, because you have to be very careful on YouTube. Now I'm not throwing any shade to any YouTubers out there. All the YouTubers that I've met on YouTube are very nice people, so this is not directed towards anyone that I know. But sometimes on YouTube, guys, you can meet people that just want to use you for what you have. So you hear about it with bigger YouTubers. Sometimes smaller YouTubers just want to be friends with bigger YouTubers just because they want views or they want subs. So sometimes it's hard to find genuine people on YouTube. I think that's what I was trying to say. Sometimes it's very hard to find genuine people on YouTube. So that's probably the cons right there for me, guys, is the amount of hours you have to put into it, the stress that it can bring on, and sometimes the lack of genuine people that only have one thing in mind and they're not being completely genuine. So that's probably all my pros and cons for YouTube. But thank you so much for your question, Dream Crusher. I really do appreciate it. So the next question comes from Laura on Snapchat, and she actually has quite a few questions, so I'm going to answer them one by one. And she says, I was wondering if you could put this in Sub Sunday, as it is my birthday today. Happy birthday, Laura. I hope you had a really good day. The first question is, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is blue. What is your favorite type of car? My favorite type of car is probably an Audi TT. That is the car that I have right now, but a newer version of that is probably my favorite type of car. Which would you eat, a bear's toe or a snake snake's tongue. Now a bear's toe is probably quite big, so I'll probably eat a snake's tongue. If it's a lot smaller, so you could just eat it quickly. And if you could marry someone except from Zai, who would it be? No one, because Zai is perfect for me. But thank you so much for your question, Laura. The next question comes from Yamuna on Snapchat, and they ask, Biggs, I need you to answer this. Whenever I leave a comment on a video, people always bully me whenever I post it. I always want to talk with my favourite YouTubers, but people bullying me, I get scared to comment. Sometimes I cry because of the comments. Hashtags Team Biggs for the win. So I guess you're asking me for advice on what to do on this kind of thing, Yamuna. Now all I'm going to say is do what you want to do. Ignore all the people leaving mean comments, ignore all the haters, just do what you want to do. If you enjoy talking to your favorite YouTubers, if you enjoy leaving comments, if that makes you happy and then that makes you smile, you do what makes you smile, because that is the only thing you can do. Ignore everybody else, don't worry about what they say, it doesn't mean anything. You do what makes you happy, and if commenting and talking to your favorite YouTubers makes you happy, that's what you need to do. So just ignore what everyone has to say. But thank you so much for sending in your question, Yamuna. The next question comes from Naz on Snapchat, and they say, I love this Civil War. This is Transform Season 2 of Chaoscraft. Every season should have a grand ending like this. Thank you, Naz. I'm glad you really enjoyed the Civil War of Chaoscraft Season 2. I take no credit for it whatsoever. Give all credit to Conman. This was his idea. He totally came up with the idea. So make sure you go subscribe to Conman. Show him support. He's going to be a part of Season 3 of Chaoscraft. So yeah, guys, give all credit to Conman. Awesome storyline. And I really love the way it ended as well. I thought it was a great ending to the season. And I'm glad you guys enjoy it as well. So thank you so much for sending in your question, Naz. So the next question comes from Paigey on Snapchat, and they ask, hey Ricky, for Sub Sunday, are you going to release your edited version of your Saw tech to us with the new 1.10 textures? The last one was really good. Thanks. Now Paigey, I haven't worked on my texture pack in a long time, and you might notice that because I haven't actually been using it that much in my videos, especially Chaoscraft. When I do get around to updating it to 1.10, it'll probably be at the beginning of Season 3 of Chaoscraft. Maybe not right at the beginning, but sometime during that season. I will let you guys know. I will tell you in a Chaoscraft video. It'll be in the description and you guys can download it. But if I get round to doing it, straight away you guys will be able to download it. But right now I don't even have the 1.10 version. So when I get round to updating it, I will give it to you guys, I promise. But thank you so much for sending in your question, Paigey. And the last question comes from Ashley on Snapchat, and they ask, when is the new season of Chaoscraft coming out? If you can put out a certain date, could you say which month? Guys, the new season of Chaoscraft Season 3 should be out and started next week. So today is Sunday, so sometime next week we should be starting the new season of Chaoscraft. Fingers crossed. If everything goes to plan, you should see it next week. If it doesn't happen next week, it will happen very, very soon. It's not going to take a long time. We want to get this season started as soon as possible. So you don't have to wait a long time if that's what you was worried about. It will be starting soon, I promise. Thank you so much for sending in your question, Ashley. So guys, let's move on to the Snapchats.
It's me, my name is Gabby, and I want to know what your favorite color is, and I hope you win BF versus GF. Bye.
Thank you so much, Gabby, for sending in your Snapchat. I did win BF versus GF, so your wish came true, and my favorite color is blue, but thank you so much for sending that in.
Hey, thanks. You're probably getting tired of me, but if anyone on Zai's channel was to request for Zai to paint your nails, would you do it?
Thank you, Val, for sending in your message. Now don't worry about sending me too many Snapchats. You can send me as many as you want. It really doesn't matter. I like hearing and reading your guys' Snapchats, so don't worry about sending me too much. But just painting my nails stuff, I don't know about that. I'm not 100% sure. If enough people request it, maybe, who knows what will happen. But one thing I got to tell you guys is I bite my nails, so I don't really have long nails to paint, so it won't be that good. One thing Zai did tell me though, she said to me, if I keep biting my nails, she's going to paint them anyway to stop me biting them. So you might not even need a video to do it. She might just do it by herself. But I don't know, maybe if enough of you guys can convince Zai to do it, then maybe we'll do it, who knows. But guys, there we are with this week's Subscriber Sunday. Thank you so much to everybody who has sent in their fan art, questions and videos. I really do appreciate it. Guys, if you want to get featured in the next Subscriber Sunday, you can submit your Snapchats to my Snapchat. The link will be in the description, and my Snapchat ID, you can add me on there. You can send fan art through Instagram and Twitter as well. Everything you need will be in the description. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in another episode of Subscriber Sunday.